Welcome, everyone. My name is Quanice Floyd, the Executive Director of the National Guild for Community Arts Education. And I want to thank you for coming to our member benefit webinar. So earlier this month, we unveiled a new membership structure that's catered to serve the holistic needs of our community. So you all as community arts education leaders and folks on the ground. And so our new structure includes self-select tiers, access to community connections and resources, a deepened investment in professional learning and leadership development, and extended free or discounted benefits offered by our partners. In the chat, you will see that we have our new membership model, so check the chat for that. And then you can also check out our new membership benefits. But because of this, we have a brilliant lineup of amazing people who are our membership benefit partners. And so as we embark on this kind of new chapter of the Guild, whether you're a current organizational member or you're a current individual member, or you're just considering joining the National Guild, then this webinar is for you and our new membership model is for you. So each week until June, so right now we're almost in the last week of April, we will be highlighting amazing partners who will share valuable tools, resources, and insights on different topics. And you can find a full lineup of our membership benefit partners on our website. So today we have the amazing Michelle Johnson from ESI EAP program. And so she has an amazing background and expertise in human resources and supporting individual leaders from all different types of sectors, not just the arts, but all around the country and different types of sectors. And so I will allow Michelle to introduce herself, and then we can get started with the webinar. So welcome, Michelle.
Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. And I'm really excited to be here to talk about the TotalCare EAP benefits that come with your membership at the National Guild for Community Arts Education. I'm going to share my screen here so you can see the information as we go through it. There we go. And I really want to get into the details of this benefit, everything that we provide for you and your family members. This is a very robust program. Our goal is to be your go-to for help, support, for any minor issues, big problems, areas of growth, really just about everything that you may need a little help with in life. We are a go-to for assistance. So I'm going to talk about the benefits as a whole. This is something that, if you've had any experience with an EAP, it could be very different from one program to the next, but we really want to make sure our program has solutions that are long-term, that are effective for just about any area of life that you may need it. On our screen here, we have our phone number, our website, our QR code, all ways to, of course, access our help. We are a benefit, of course, that many people may associate with, significant personal issues, trauma and grief, substance abuse, things like that. And that's where EAPs began years ago. Employee Assistance Program is what that stands for. But in our time as an EAP, which we've been an EAP for over 38 years now, we have continually added to our benefits so that we are providing services that can help you with the full range of life challenges. We are a benefit to provide you with counseling, coaching, which I will talk about is a little different than counseling, resources, referrals, a very robust training program. The trainings in the EAP Training Center really address professional development, personal growth, whether it's skills at work or outside of work. There's over 10,000 trainings that are included. So I will make sure we touch on the topics that are available through our benefit. And again, our goal is to be the go-to for information and resources on any area of life that you may need it. This is a nice visual of how broad our help is, and I'm not going to get into each of the areas in the interest of time, but just to give you, a visual of what we cover. For the personal areas of life, stress and anxiety, which we, have seen through the roof since the pandemic, but certainly have always been big areas of care through our EAP. We provide help for anger, for gambling, for physical health and wellness benefits. I'll talk about how we can help with, everything from nutrition to fitness and more. Family relationships. We help with marital issues, relationship concerns. Parenting is not an easy job, so we are providing a lot of help for our members who are parents. We help with communication amongst family members. Maybe it's about setting boundaries with your family. We also have benefits for finance and legal needs. Both are very, very popular. I do like to spend a little bit of time on both of those because they are such prevalent parts of our services. But we do help with divorce, child custody. We help with day-to-day budgeting, maybe planning for a long-term purchase. We'll talk about all of those. And then with work and career, we do have, of course, the training program with a lot of really great trainings for professional skills, the wide range of professional skills. So we'll touch on that. We help with time management. We help with work-life balance, which oftentimes is very tricky. We can help with navigating change. So all different areas that you can use our benefit for help with your membership. We cover all of the National Guild for Community Arts and Education members. We also cover any family members under their roof. So that's pretty broad. It could include, if you're living with parents, if your in-laws live with you, if your cousin is staying with you, we cover partners who live together, even if they're not married. So it's a very broad, level of coverage for all of the Guild members. We also cover children to the age of 26, and this is, we have nationwide network. We'll get our members, that your children the help that they need wherever they are located. If a child is over 26 and they are living with you, they would again be covered by our EAP. And I do like to stress that this is a benefit that is free for those members. So there would be no additional cost to use any of the services we talked about today. We are a confidential service. We are, of course, dealing with a lot of the very personal issues that people face. And it's important that you know when you reach out to our EAP, we are keeping your information secure. Your information is not disclosed outside of the EAP unless there is a concern for safety, of course. Safety is always going to be priority. So if there's ever a threat of harm to oneself or to others, or evidence of child or elder abuse, those would be the only times that the information would be disclosed, of course, to maintain the safety of our members and everyone else. The only thing that might be reportable would be, online training piece. That's the only part of any of our services that's not considered sensitive information. But anything you search through the website or call us about, that stays in-house with our EAP. Our EAP phone number is a direct line to counselors 24/7. So our members can call the EAP anytime, day or night, to speak with a counselor. All of our counselors have a master's or a PhD level counseling degree, a minimum of 5 years of experience. They're very good at what they do. Many of the cases can be resolved with that telephonic session, but if it's an issue that would be better served by working with a provider for ongoing support, we will make a referral to someone who's local that you can see face to face, or virtually. If you prefer virtual therapy, that is an option through our EAP as well. And the in-the-moment support with a counselor is, unlimited. So anytime a member needs to speak with someone, you have a qualified clinician available to help a phone call away with with this EAP benefit. When we make those referrals for ongoing counseling, we are going to be covering the first 3 sessions fully through the EAP. So that's no copay, no out of pocket to the member for the first 3 sessions. They are fully covered through us. That is per issue, per year, per member. The initial call with the telephonic counselor, EAP counselor, is not deducting from the 3 sessions that we cover when we make the referral. We work to match each member with a provider who is the best fit for you. It's, based on what you need help with, whether you prefer face-to-face or virtual therapy. If you, have insurance coverage, we're going to match with, the insurance provider that you are covered under, so that if you do need to continue on, you can continue on with, a provider who's already in your network and not need to start over with someone new. For members who don't have insurance, we're matching with the most affordable local option for that care as well. And if you do prefer virtual therapy, we partner with both BetterHelp and Talkspace. If you've heard of either or both of those programs, I mean, they're big names in the virtual therapy field, so oftentimes people have heard of them. I get ads for these programs through podcasts, through YouTube channels, through social media. You know, they're very, very known names in the virtual therapy field. But you do have access to both through your through the EAP. With the virtual therapy options, that does include video counseling, that includes text counseling. If you prefer to text your therapist throughout the week, it would include telehealth. If you would just rather take the appointments from the comfort of your home, or if that is preferred with your schedule, you know, easier for scheduling, that's an option. We, of course, would be covering the first 3 sessions through the EAP as well. So we're really working with you to match you with the best fit. You know, if you take on your membership and need counseling, we would make sure that you're referred and get those initial covered sessions through the EAP. With our BetterHelp partnership, if you did need more than 3 sessions, you get a nice discount on additional sessions as needed through our benefit as well. So a lot of help in this area, and immediate help as well with the telephonic counseling. With our Talkspace partnership, we have the Talkspace Go app, which is free for our members. For non-members, it is $29.95 a month. So this alone is a huge savings for members to take advantage of. And this app is a really great mental health, mental well-being app. It offers a lot of great personal growth tools, a lot of resources to help people who prefer, you know, the self-help route. But there's over 400 self-guided interactive courses, and these courses are on, you know, communication skills, on relationships, on parenting. There's live weekly therapist-led group classes that you can join anonymously. So if you're not at a point where you're comfortable working with a therapist one-on-one, you can join these classes and you can, you know, interact with the therapist via chat. But again, they're on very practical topics for a lot of different people, everything from you know, rebuilding trust in a relationship to, you know, healthy discipline strategies for children. I'll highlight some of the classes as well, but a lot of, I think, really practical subject matters. We also have assessments. There's meditation exercises for people who may pay for a separate meditation app. They can check these out for free. If meditation is something you enjoy or are looking to explore, of course, you would have those through this app. We provide journaling, daily mental health reminders through the app, and a lot of tools to help with things like burnout and stress and, you know, things that, you know, we're in place to help with, of course, all the time. So this app would be completely free for members. It's not a free trial. It would just be available upon registering when you are a member with us. Some of the upcoming classes, I just like to highlight some of the subject matters that are covered. 28th, we have a class on navigating conflict, controlling your anger on the 1st, tracking your triggers, getting kids to listen. On the 14th, the 21st, how to create boundaries with family. And on the 28th, you know, managing stress, work stress. So I think, again, very well-rounded. This is not all of the upcoming classes. I just went through and picked a variety of classes, but there's a lot more that are available. They usually post a couple of months of the class schedule at a time, so you can go in and register for those. Our legal benefit is a very popular service that we provide, and there's a lot of resources available through our website, which we, you know, try to make our website as robust as possible for people who prefer to just go there for your information. But there's resources on traffic violations, divorce, child custody, later life planning. There's also printable legal templates. So if you are looking for, if you're in need of a will, a trust form, a bill of sale form, power of attorney form, you can print all of those forms for free. Our members receive free legal consultations. There's typically a 30-minute time frame on the consult, but I did just speak with someone recently who spent over $300 on a legal consult. So this is something that you would have for free through our EAP benefit. If you need to work with an attorney beyond the consultation, you would save 25% on the billable hourly rate through our EAP as well. So that's a significant discount since attorney services are never cheap. We do know there are two forms of law we don't help with. That would be employment and medical law. Those are the only two off the table, but lots of legal information and savings through our benefit. For child care and elder care, we do help our members in both areas. I would say the elder care is especially popular, but we do help to find daycare options for children, nanny services before and after school care. This is used, if someone's having trouble finding daycares accepting children, maybe you are looking for a care provider that meets certain requirements, has a certain background or training. Your child may have certain, requirements for the care providers that they have. We can help to find the best fit for you. For elder care, we do help to find in-home care options, social programs. We help look into different nursing homes. This is often used if someone's having trouble finding a good fit for their loved one. Maybe it's a matter of finding a more affordable option for your loved one. Or maybe it's, your loved one lives elsewhere and you aren't sure of the available options where they're, located. We can help in that area as well. For those looking into adoption, we'll match them with an adoption counselor who can walk them through the different stages and different types of adoption. With loved ones with disabilities, we help to find local resources, information, or if you needed someone to talk to, of course, the EAP is a place to help with that as well. The personal research assistant is a benefit that is in place to help with the tasks that members either don't have time to complete or it's something that is new, something you've never looked into before. Maybe you've been searching for a couple of weeks without success. We can help, that's an example of where our EAP would come in. And I have some popular areas of help that they provide on the screen here. Maybe it's a child going off to college and you want to make sure they've applied for every available scholarship, financial aid resource. If you're looking further at your education, maybe you're looking to, let's see, they've helped with, if your doctor's retiring and you don't have time working full time to make, go through the list of in-network providers, see who's accepting patients, to find a new fit for you, we can help there. They've helped members with finding specialty farm needs. So very, very broad in terms of the different requests that they field regularly, but they can be accessed by phone or through the EAP website. Our coaching services. So with our EAP benefit, we do have coaching, which is of course, free service that would be available with your membership. This benefit, if you've ever looked into coaching as a standalone service, it typically ranges from $100 to $300 an hour. This is free for you, of course, with your membership and the benefit of your EAP. Our coaching services are really a one-on-one approach to helping our members to reach their goals in any of these areas. So they're really going to work with you around where you're starting, what you're looking to accomplish, helping to overcome whatever obstacles are getting in the way of you reaching your overall goal, and ensure that we are seeing long-term results for whatever your personal goal may be in these areas. Our most popular coaching program is the Certified Financial Coaching. They help our members with everything from day-to-day budgeting to managing debt, repairing credit. They help couples to get on the same page around finances. They help with, again, saving for a long-term purchase, a large purchase. We also have coaching for buying your first home, certified student debt coaching, communication skills, work-life balance, and wellness coaching. So you can work with a wellness coach to help you to reach your individual, fitness goals, improve nutrition, weight management, nicotine cessation, all of these areas. So this would begin by calling our EAP, as a member, and then the counselor matches you with a coach to begin your individualized program. The online training, as I mentioned, we have thousands of trainings through the EAP benefit, and these trainings would be available, for you to take full advantage of with your membership. And these trainings are sales and service, managing time, managing people, how to deliver the best customer experience, how to de-escalate an upset customer, how to communicate safely and effectively with angry people, communication and conflict management trainings that really apply to, all different types of interactions. It could be family, it could be work related. There's just different skills that you can use. You can try to do so more effectively. We have trainings around IT and Microsoft skills, Excel, really any platform that you may be using. There's artificial intelligence trainings, emotional intelligence training, and health and wellness trainings, ways to stay healthy, different subjects that are covered there. There's also trainings to help with stress techniques, stress management, meditations and mindfulness practices. There's some compliance training as well, leadership training, for new middle management, upper management. So really all different kinds of skills that can apply to a wide range of people, but excellent content. We partner with an award-winning training provider. So this is included, of course, at no additional cost to you with your membership. With the financial education, we do have trainings specific to finance, and these trainings are great for people who may not want to work with a coach. If you'd like to go in and take trainings at a time that works for you, you can absolutely do that if you're a self-help type. But there's trainings around the basics of understanding debt and credit, through understanding healthcare costs, the stock market, planning again for those long-term, large purchases, building a safety fund, things like that. So there's a lot of great content you can take advantage of through the website. We'll do a little overview of the web resources together, but there's, of course, I mentioned the legal resources, the financial. We also have great information on emotional well-being and physical health. So we'll talk about those as we move forward. We also have the lifestyle savings benefit. So as a member, you would receive discounts for hundreds of online retailers. There's local deals, movie theater tickets, travel, theme parks, sporting events. I recently used this on a rental vehicle. I've used this for my own gym membership. You can use it for fitness equipment, for pet insurance, buying a vehicle. There's a lot to save using this benefit. So in addition to all the other areas that we help with, we can help to save, day to day wherever possible. When you go to the EAP website, you'll see that this is what it looks like. At the top, we have a different webinar each month. In the center, it's broken out by different topics. There's different tiles, so hopefully it's pretty easy to navigate. And then at the bottom, we have our featured learning centers, and those offer recommendations for books and apps and podcasts, worksheets, training bites, but just different tools to help different people based on your personal preferences. And on a variety of topics. This says digital wellness. If you could see that, it's pretty small on the screen. But there's also grief and goal setting and sleep health and everything in between. So go on to our mobile website. So in addition to the Talkspace Go app, which is free, we do have our EAP app. This would be a mobile-friendly version of the website. You can download it under ESI Employee Assistance through the App Store or Google Play. With this, when you scan the QR code, it brings you to our benefit summary, the app that you can download everything right from there, which makes it very easy, to do so. So as you can see, we cover a lot of different areas, everything from problems, distractions, big and small, to also personal growth topics and taking advantage of opportunities. You could call the EAP 24/7 to get help. We do note the optimum times between 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. if we need to reach out to local resources, but you would have 24 access to counselors with a membership with the National Guild for Community Arts Education. This benefit would be completely free for you. So I do like to stress this is not something that you would have to pay into. It comes with your membership. It is a strictly confidential benefit. And I'm going to switch over to the website just so we can do a quick live demo of those resources. So while in the website, you'll see that we do have, should have switched, yep. that you do have the option to translate into a list of languages. And I do want to highlight also that our benefits are available in many languages. So when you call, if a member's preferred language is not English, we use a translation service. So you'd be able to get the help you need in your preferred language or a family member as well. Within here, we have a little 6-minute orientation video. You can request counseling or legal help or coaching, whatever you like, right from here. A little summary of the coaching benefits can be found here. For this month, the featured webinar is on sleep health. You can view additional resources if you want to do a deep dive into this subject, but it's available throughout the rest of the month. And as you scroll down, you'll see we have our discounts, trainings. If you click on any of these, it'll give you lots of legal information in the legal tile. If you scroll down further, we have emotional well-being, really excellent content there. Those financial education courses, and then additional information right there on different topics. And then those featured learning centers, there are 5 that it scrolls through quarterly. And when you click on view all, you'll see the full list of learning centers. So you can choose any of these to find additional, resources to help. So I'll just click on sleep health for an example, but we have a little training bite webinar, we have articles, and then if you click on any of these, it'll give you recommended apps or, books that you can click through to buy from Amazon, podcasts, if you're a podcast person like I am. So just different things that'll hopefully work for you on whatever the topic is. As you scroll down, we have healthy recipes, assessments, a great library of webinars. So you can find webinars, expert-led webinars on a variety of topics here. So you can scroll through and view these anytime through our website. And we'll hop back into the slide presentation here. Okay, thank you so much for your time today. If you do have any questions, I do encourage you to reach out to the National Guild for Community Arts Education, and they'd be able to help you with any specifics on our benefits.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Michelle. That was an amazing, amazing webinar. And so thank you for sharing your brilliance and all of these amazing benefits to our members at the National Guild. And so if you are listening and are an individual member of the National Guilds for Community Arts Education, these member benefits are for individual members only. If you are an organizational member and are interested, please reach out to us at membership@nationalguild.org, and then we can make the connection to TotalCare ESI so that you all can bring this to your own organizations. So again, Michelle, thank you so much for amazing presentation. And so we are going to make sure that we post this and record this and post this on our resources page so all of our members have access to it. And then for those who are watching, we have a number of different webinars coming up over the next couple of weeks. So please look at the National Guild's event page, which is nationalguild.org/events. And be sure to register for our upcoming webinars. So again, thank you all so much. Thank you, Michelle. And again, if you have any questions, please email us at membership@nationalguild.org. Thank you all.